We start with Trials of Fire, which is in its own right a very unique mix of things. You're not ready? Oh, come on, then let's wait for Potrix for a bit. Do you have coffee? Do you have a beverage of choice if you don't like coffee? It's still a bit loud, isn't it? The music is very nice, but it's also very loud. So let's see if we can get this on the road. I need the timer. Yeah, I streamed this before. Ages ago. Last year in June. Which is not ages ago. And I can't tell you what's new. But this game gets very regular updates. So I would guess there's a bit more content in it. And it looks a bit better. And it maybe sounds even a bit better. This is currently version 0.87. You can get extra information via the marathon link, !marathon. The Google document is fully equipped with everything you need to find out more about Trials of Fire and supporting the stream. Ha! I got you covered. But yeah, we'll find out. Some of it will look familiar to my brain, but memory needs to trigger. The Trial of Fire is an infinitely replayable custom quest where the challenges are different every time. Play how you want. There are lore quests. Retrieve a living world relic to help save your dying people. Rescue your abducted companions and hand down the wrathful deity. They give you an estimate of how long it's going to take. There is also a daily challenge. That's new, definitely. With modifiers. And a seasonal thing. Okay, cool. I have an adventure in progress. Abandon run. Ah, there you go. So, I can now start a new thing. We have different classes here. I'll go for Trial of Fire. Because, you know, that's the base experience, I think. Let's make it a short game. This is a randomly generated seed, which we can also manipulate. Whoops. Okay, you start with a letter, but it can't be N. Okay. Random things. I'm not sure if this is a good idea. I should have done that. Oh boy. Okay, so can we... We can switch the order of which they are appearing. We can check their user-created character portraits. Cool. We can reset the name. Oh! Look at that. Anyone wants to be in? I'll activate the thing. You can be in the game. We've got 3 slots. Should be active. Do you want to be a character in this? Let me know. Yay! DVA Fish. You'll be in the game. Any specific character? And Podrix as well? Awesome. Hunter, Warrior, Elementalist are the choices. Take your pick. DVA Fish is going to be the Warrior. DVA. And Podrix the Hunter. Okay, cool. Awesome. I could be the Elementalist. Ah! I'm in the game. If anyone else watching wants to be in, use the channel points. And I replace my name with yours. Okay, Elementalist, Hunter, Warrior. Change which gender this character is referred to in the game. Okay, that could probably be left out completely. And instead say they. So, begin the journey. The settlement Terralin is dying. I'm probably overlapping something. No, not yet. You must track down the settlement's leader, Naya, who has ventured out into the Glasslands in search of a powerful artifact but has not been heard from for weeks. Follow in her footsteps. Track down Naya, the Voider leader, and return with her on news of her fate. Naya is an aging warrior who has led Terralin's defenders, the Voiders, for close to a generation. She has successfully kept the settlement safe from the many dangers of the Glasslands, and it has flourished under her protection. The Glasslands is the name given to the barren and scorched wasteland that now covers most of the surface of Ash, which is the world this takes place on. The name comes from the beautiful glass formations that were forged in the scorching heat of the Cataclysm. So, as you can see, there's a lot of extra lore for you to discover, and we saw in the main menu there are also lore quests where you learn about the world and such. So, our journal. Determined fresh. Obsidian. Healing herbs. Food supplies. You will need food to camp and recover fatigue and health for the whole party. They all have 10 health. And different class abilities, which is kind of cool. Healing herbs. If a hero has suffered an injury, you can use healing herbs while resting to remove the injury. Obsidian is used for trading. Resting here will restore a large amount of stamina and some health for each hero. Okay, we don't need to rest here. We continue. Greetings, Wanderer. You need to be aware of some very important changes to adventuring in Ash. The use of food supplies is now very different. Starvation will no longer be a danger. So last time we played, we could starve, so that has changed. Instead of fail option, it's now probably a debuff. Food is now only used when resting the party, and each request for camping requires 1 unit of food. Oh, each request by allies and such. And finding food should not be so much of an issue, so you can focus more on improving your party. In addition to fatigue, you will also need to keep an eye on your party's morale. With the fate of Terralin in the balance, you will need to make steady progress towards your next objective. Taking too long will cause morale to drop. Like, determined will drop to not so determined. And eventually the party may give in to despair. Keeping morale high will also give bonuses to the party, increasing your armor and redraws in combat, as well as your chance of finding epic loot, and even the amount of health recovered when resting. To keep morale up, make sure that you are making steady progress towards your next objective. Taking too long will cause morale to drop. That's a bit of a double. Okay, so that changed. See, now this is the presentation of the game. It's an adventure book, or yeah, I would look at it like that. I like it a lot. It's very different from other games in many regards. The color choices are really still not my thing. But it might be very readable for people with different how do you say that? Color perception. I don't know. I find it very horrid to look at. Just the color choices down here. The rest is beautiful. So, your character, in this case me, total weapon quality is summarized here, so it's a quick check. Total armor is here. A character's armor value provides extra life points at the start of every battle. I get a bonus from the morale being at determined. Right, you get extra armor, extra redraws, epic loot. Cloth rags gives me prepare. So you have items that you wear on your character, which then pop up as abilities in form of a card down here. So prepare is what I gain from this. It also highlights, if I go over the card here, there's a blue frame. Sadly not the other way around, but you can see the card in full while hovering over an item. Plus an explanation of what's going to happen. So deal 3 damage, inflict burning, and then on the right you see burning does suffer 2 status damage at the end of their turn, or whenever you suffer magic damage. So you see a very good explanation of what is what. This here is your total cards in your deck, 11. 7 of those are cards that deal direct damage. 2 power cards. Move cards. Increase your willpower. The symbols could... I mean, willpower cost, right, is on the top left of the card, so that symbol works. That symbol is a bit tiny. I mean, it's a flame. It could be bigger. I'm not sure why they don't make it bigger. Hey, Wolfso, welcome. Good to see you. Happy Saturday. Welcome to Trials of Fire, where we just check out the Elementalist. So, for the other characters, it's similar. Different card decks, though. See, now I unequip this. And now the card comes back into the deck. That's a nice effect. I like the animation. It makes it very clear what happens if I unequip something. Right-clicking makes it equip, unequip. And this is my future collection. So, Deviate Fish has double strike, defensive stance from the equipment, and the rest is class shenanigans. Right, our journal shows us what's going on. The codex explains game things, game mechanics that you want to know. It also has 2 different chapters, which is good. Okay. We have made some important updates to the gameplay outside of combat. Okay, fatigue. That's been changed a lot. We have half the rate that you lose fatigue by moving around the map, and added a fatigue cost to exploring ruins and points of interest. Ah, that's a good change. This is to allow you a bit more leeway to explore before committing to your next destination. Entering town settlements or quest objectives does not cost fatigue. Town settlements quests, no fatigue cost. Ruins and other shenanigans cost you. We've upped the amount of health recovered when resting by 1, and you can also heal your heroes directly by dragging food from the food supply indicator onto their portrait. Oh, that's nice. I like that. Healing herbs are now only used to remove injuries, and not for healing health points, as it was before, I think. Due to increased healing options available, we've reduced the armor value of most chest pieces across the game, so take care out there. Okay, so top right we see a mini-map. So this is sort of a... This is our... this could be a bit more feedbacky, but this is the forest area we see next to us here. The blue X is us. There's the settlement. Shop and battle is the probability of what happens when we get there. Ruins. Our quest objective. Okay, so let's visit a settlement. Let's see how the movement works. I left click on this map, and it scrolls with our party. You find a settlement that has recently been taken over by ratlings. Oh no! Ah, maybe they are more civilized than I would have thought. Cool. You can read all about the lore when you try this game out on your own. Oh, rats! A primarily subterranean humanoid species that has proliferated since the Cataclysm owing to the fact that they were protected in their network of underground burrows. Ratlings are slightly shorter and leaner than most humans, but they possess superior speed and agility and are able to move with great stealth. Males and females are difficult to distinguish in their androgynously loose robes. Most clothing is an ill-fitting hodgepodge of styles and sizes acquired through scavenging pieces of fabric. While their eyesight is reasonable during daylight hours, it affords them exceptional range and depth perception at night. So there's a lot of world here to discover. It's lovely. We have 50 obsidian to shop with. We could buy some food. It's going to be a long journey, right? So, now we have 4 food and not much money left, which is quite okay. We could have bought this for crafting, but we don't need that, I think. Welcome to Trials of Fire 0.6. This update has several important changes you need to be aware of to make the most of each adventure. Card upgrades. Many cards in your deck can now be upgraded to make them more effective. There are a few ways you can accomplish this. When leveling up a hero, you will now have the option to upgrade a card in your deck rather than swapping in an advanced card. Nice. Both basic and advanced cards can be upgraded, so there are always options to improve your deck when leveling. Beware, though, you no longer gain any health when leveling up. Ah. Yeah. That's good. When camping, you can now use the crafting materials you find to upgrade your items, along with all their skill cards. Nice. So, the changes they made opened up the game a lot more. It's probably more challenging to play the game. Before it was quite challenging to survive the game. Big difference. Yeah, I like it. In addition to healing injuries, Mystic Herbs can now be used to meditate, to either upgrade or remove a card from one of your hero's decks. That's powerful. Mystic Herbs. Okay, they are not the healing herbs, not to be confused. In forest areas. Ah. Grasslands. I could find some here. Let's check this out. A plume of smoke alerts you to a burning caravan up ahead. Bodies of ratlings and humans litter the area. I can ignore it. Let's attempt to salvage something. As you attempt to put out the blaze in the dry heat, a lick of flame crawls up Nemo's arm, leaving a wicked burn. Oh no! 3 health lost. Despite the fire, you manage to salvage some useful goods from the wreckage. Padded rags, and then if you hover over the item, you see that Nemo... Oh no, Deviate Fish or Potrix could use it. These two. Might be nice to have a class shortcut like H and W next to the pictures, because they are kind of tiny. And it might be hard to see that for some people. Anyway, gives you the stalk ability. Your combo strikes deal 2 extra damage if you are not adjacent to any friendly characters. We want that. Forge metal is for upgrading. Okay, craft stuff does not go here. It is its own inventory. Okay, there's a take all button for convenience. Now let's see if we can get to what's this? Ruins. Let's see if we can get to our quest target. Day and night cycle. We're exposed. Resting here will only restore a minimal amount of stamina, because we need to be on our toes. We could check this forest out. Rough. Resting here will restore a moderate amount of stamina. Let's check out the forest. Lovely that the whole game screen gets a bit darker. Very atmospheric. Like it. It's like reading an adventure book and you're sort of making the decisions, right? Podrick spots a strange elven-looking container suspended from a tree hanging over a deep fissure. That's a trap. After a short discussion, Deviate Fish decides to climb up to try to reach the satchel. However, the bough that she is on gives way. No! Catch, Deviate Fish, catch! We need our warrior. Nemo quickly reaches out and catches the falling deviate fish by the arm as she falls. They both race for the impact with the side of the fissure, and deviate fish hits the rock hard. Oh no! Save yourselves! Okay. That was a close encounter. What's that? That's a green flying thing. So we're still fresh. We could set up camp now. There are stages here. They're not easy to see, but there are stages here that could be improved upon. And I think the tilting of the screen must be a bit more towards the reader. Yeah, a bit like that. Let him fall, says Poetrix. You... No. Mm-hmm. A bit like that, yeah. That looks dangerous. Hey, Badger, welcome. That's enough, huh? Let's rest here. Although your mission is urgent, you will need to stop to rest and recover stamina and health along the way. Each time you rest, your party will consume 1 unit of food, so make sure you keep stocked up. Yes. You can use the downtime and the resources you've collected to improve your hero's dex by choosing one of the available camp activities. Yeah, there are some nice games on Steam, that's correct, Poetrix. There are. Regardless of the activity, you will always need 1 food and will restore stamina and health based on where you are camped. Don't forget, you can make camp whenever you want by clicking on the fatigue bar. Okay, we could just rest. Upgrade an item. If we have injuries or mystic herbs, we could now upgrade shenanigans, but we can upgrade now. I would need 2 leather. Is this leather? Yes, treated leather. I would need 2 leather to upgrade the headed rags. 2 bone. Okay, now we know that we need bone to craft upgrades for what we have. These cannot be upgraded. I see. Who wants the combo striker? Stalking. The hunter. Yeah. The hunter. Oh, we can't change that here. Okay, this is a crafting thing. Poetrix, you get upgraded padded rags. That's an extra armor point. Yeah. And stalking. Perfect. Story of Seasons. I don't know. I don't know. Alright. I think we're good. Oh, can we get back to the camping screen from there? No, we cannot. Okay. That's important to know. Would be nice to have a better navigation for that. But we just camped. You approach a small-looking settlement at night times as a violent aurora storm gathers overhead. As you approach, Deviatfish points out that the settlement appears to be under attack from a group of human marauders. Aurora storms are temporary environmental phenomena that tend to pass quickly, but not before wreaking considerable destruction. Okay. Help to fend off the attackers despite the aurora storm, or look for shelter. And this is where it gets interesting. It's not only a choose your own adventure book. It's much more. Some battles will take place under harsh environmental conditions. Pay close attention to the effect by mousing over the icon next to the Recycle Shrine. Recycle Shrine, mousing over the Aurora Storm. At the end of your turn, lightning will hit, doing 3 magic damage to all characters in the indicated area. Uh-oh. Indicated area. I don't know. So, on the right, we've got enemies with their own decks. They all have 9 cards in their decks. They all have 10 health, much like we used to have. They are bandit robbers. And you see which deck they pull from when you mouse over them. Right? On the left, we have our team. Deviate Fish, Quadrix, and Emo. That should totally be... You know, you pick the names, it should show up here now. That would be good. That would be an improvement. And each character has 3 cards that they draw from. It'd be nice if they would pop out like this on mouse over the tiles on the field. It's a hex tile field that we play on. And you need willpower to play cards. Some cards, like Advance, for example, doesn't have its own willpower cost. It's free. You see that in the top right. So it adds 1 willpower to this. Oh no! Did I recycle it? Yeah, that was not the plan. Drop a skill card here or right click on it to recycle. Recycled cards can be used this turn only as willpower to pay for each for other skill cards or to perform a move to action. Any unspent cards will be converted into defense. Okay. I want to move 2 with Deviate Fish, our warrior. Important changes to combat. Each hero now has a unique talent which replaces the Soul Scar talent from previous versions. A talent is once a turn ability that triggers automatically under certain conditions. Mouse over hero to view their talents. Power cards. Oh yeah, they say power on the side. Can now be played on any hero and not just the hero that brings them into battle. Oh. That's kind of cool. Use this to your advantage to protect or buff specific heroes and try out new combinations. Nice. A bit more variety. Friendly characters no longer block movement or line of sight for ranged attacks. That's cool. A bit more room to maneuver and possession without blocking off your own heroes. You can also preview line of sight to any space by holding down Alt or the right mouse button. Any character standing in this space can see red. Only enemy characters standing on this space can see. I don't understand the description. So someone standing here can see all the yellow things. And if that's an ally of the person standing here, they would see the green stuff. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, I get it. So enemies block line of sight. Friends do not. Objects do. That's why there's a distinction. So you have to imagine you're the eye cursor standing here. And if that's a friend, you can see this. And if that's an enemy, you can't see that if you stand here. And you can see all the yellow things. Plus this, because that's our friend. Line of sight is important. That's why we have to check that out. So now we've got 1 willpower. Which could be spent by the other characters. I can't use melee attack 2 currently because there's no one here, right? Let's see, the talent. Once per turn, after you play a card and are adjacent to an enemy, defend 2 on all other heroes. That's Deviate Fish's special ability. The switch. Your first attack on a single target each turn deals 2 extra damage. Nice. A melee attack 4 or a ranged attack 3. Ranged attacks are any distance that's not blocked. And that would be an attack 5 then. Blocked by this. Blocked by that. Blocked by that. But I could still play it. I don't know why. Let's see. We could recycle a card to get the move 2. If we recycle, there was a tooltip. If you recycle a card, we gain willpower or a move 2 action. Okay. So this is very expensive. 3 to 6 to all adjacent. I recycle. And the one recycling gets the move too. So we move up to the enemy and swipe. There you go. As of version 0.79, you will now get 2 defense for every unspent recycled card at the end of your turn instead of 1. Okay. In concert with this, all the defend cards in Hero's basic decks have been replaced with cards appropriate to each hero. Ah, okay. So unspent cards are your defense. Weakness cards no longer provide any defense when recycled. Okay. So we've got 4 armor currently. And since Deviate Fish used the taunt, everybody else got 2 defense. Cool. Let's see. That's a power. Nemo would get 1 willpower at the start of the turn. Doesn't cost anything. You can have up to 4 powers active. Nice. Okay, let's see. Magic attack 2 to a target within 3 spaces and to 1 random enemy within 2 spaces. We could recycle that. Right, now we have 1 willpower, which we could spend to move 2. We're still out of range. The target area is indicated there, right? In front of you, and then it's like a cone shape. I will play that. How do I do that? Like so. Okay, so the power card is attached. On mouse over, you see the ability on the character. So I get 1 extra willpower each turn. Let's recycle this. Now we've got 2 willpower. Range 5. We need to move Poetrix down here to do. Oh, it would only do 7 attack, 7 damage. Oh, nice. Let's see. I won't have enough willpower to do both. So I'm gonna recycle this, move Poetrix here, and use the power shot. It's one damage that we're missing. So to kill this enemy. So it could be wise to consider using focus instead. Because that is a nice power. On the other hand, that's a lot of damage. Oh, 5. He had defense. The first attack, I thought, would deal 2 extra. First, you can no longer end your turn if a hero has more than 1 card in hand, so you'll need to play or recycle cards until the turn hourglass goes green. The hourglass is down here. Cool. The Switch HD. However, your heroes will always draw 3 cards each turn, regardless of whether you choose to keep hold of a card. Okay. Ah. Your first attack on a single target each turn deals 2 damage. And I just attacked this one with a card that does supposedly 5 damage. And it only did 5 damage altogether. Oh, this was the first attack. It doesn't mean the hunter's first attack. It's global, as in player. That needs precise wording. Okay. It's a pretty looking game. It's a bit of a brainy game as well. Let's redraw Deviate Fish's hand. No? We can't. So we could keep the focus ability, which is awesome. I really like that. The enemy's playing defend. Advance. Advance on the other one. Melee attack. Oh, offensive stance on that one. So that one needs to die. So the wild swing would deal 3 to 6 damage to all adjacent. No, to an adjacent. Melee attacks can provoke a combo attack from other adjacent friendly characters. So if I put Poetrix next to Deviate Fish and then execute, I would get an extra attack, I think. There's a lot of strategy involved. This little game board here and the cards you have makes for a very, very cool strategy or tactics game. I love it. We could move Poetrix forward and do exactly what I just said. We would also find out there happens nothing on a regular enemy when you move next to them. We will also find out if there's a negative effect on... Oh, that's a kill. A negative effect on ranged attack. Yeah, I can't see that one. Because I'm in... I can't shoot a ranged attack now because I'm engaged. That's what I wanted to find out. Okay, engaged in combat, that is. Right. The first card you play each turn costs 1 willpower less. When it says you, does it mean everybody? That needs the differentiation between character and player. 3 to 6 damage. Defend 2 after performing a melee attack. Costs nothing. Okay, Deviate Fish gets defend 2. So combo striking is an important thing. And I think Poetrix would join us here. Poetrix, Counter-Strike. Good. Now the improvised attack. And move up the mage. Two damage. Ah, they are too far away for a double hit. Oh, nice. And trip. I really should have tried to get focus before doing anything else. Let's recycle that. Play focus power on the hunter. We don't get the 3 willpower for the wild swing, so there's that. You have no cards in the recycle shrine to redraw. Ah, okay. I thought I could draw discarded cards. Yeah, okay. I misread. Let's hold on to this one. Equip. What? Oh, 0 now. Recycle that. Equip the second power. And keep that card. Ah, those are the indicated areas of the Aurora Storm. I nearly forgot about that. Defend. There. A melee attack. And another damage for Devious Fish, okay. By equipping good quality weapons, heroes can gain a number of redraws which can be used in each battle. To use redraw, first recycle the cards you want to exchange by right-clicking them or dragging them onto the recycle shrine. Redrawn cards will no longer be available to spend as willpower, and conversely, if you spend a card for willpower or move it, it will no longer be redrawn. Okay. Let's see. Unstable Blast. Ooh, that's hitting everyone in a line. I don't need that now, so I'm gonna move here. And then I'm gonna melee attack for 2 to prepare. Ranged 4. That's good. Or melee 5. That's even better. I forgo the combo strike opportunity there. Instead we do combo strike here. Yeah, let's recycle that for now. I'm gonna move down here and do the wild swing. Cool. That's 2 defense for us. And another swipe. There you go. Better defense even. Not being hit by the Aurora Storm? What's the time counter saying? I lose time on this game completely. That didn't feel like that long. Absolutely not. Interesting things going on. Yeah, that's gonna bounce off. Combo striker. Ow. Okay, let's see. Double strike. It's an action. From the equipment, huh? Now we move here. Remove that. Do a melee 4. That kills. And then we can advance and strike. And thus win. Yeah. Good stuff. So you kind of get extra health for the battle. Which is cool. Tired adds 1 fatigue card to each hero's deck for every battle. Eager. The morale is high. Cool. We get obsidian coins. 22. And leather braces for all our characters as a possibility. And click a hero to level up. I can level up 1 hero. Okay. Hunter. Drag a skill card from below to replace one of your old class skills, or click on the card that you have and upgrade it. So an upgraded advance would give us 3 move and 1 willpower. An upgraded swipe would give us a melee 3. I would replace a swipe with something else. A glass lizard is a minion. Cool. Has a attack 2, 5 life points. Melee and range resistance 1. Ah. Poetrix, do you want a minion? A pinning shot that immobilizes is my second choice. The other ones are cool but too expensive. This one at least. This one would be okay. Resilience, okay. Gives the character permanent bonus that is discarded after taking more than 3 or 5 damage. A pet, yes. A glass lizard. Do you want it? Yes, okay, cool. Instead of the swipe attack. So we just replaced one of the basic swipe attacks with a glass lizard. I love it. The settlers are grateful and offer to trade for some of their goods. Yay! I'll sell you this. And you in turn give me some foodstuffs. Awesome. I'll keep the braces. Move to draw a card is a cool thing. Yeah, we're tired. We can rest here. Upgrade. Can't afford an upgrade. Back. Just rest. Nice. So we're all healed up. Eager to go. Break camp. Now we go to the inventory. And see who needs movement. I guess the hunter or the mage. I felt like the mage was in need of movement. Because some of the very specific target areas of the spells need that to be a thing. Now we go back to the map. What's our quest target? Meanwhile, what's this? You come across a buried crate marked with a tall protruding rib bone. There's no clue as to who left it here in the glasslands. Ooh, now we can craft. What's this? Mithril dust. Epic. Epic. That's water. Can we... or... mercury. Yeah, we cannot move across it. We need to move past it. I'm in the mood for some exploration. You'll eat it. It's a glass lizard. Are you sure you want to eat it? You quickly come across a group of hybrid hybrid. What? Demons. You quickly come across a group of hybrid gathered around what must once have been the town square. They have turned the flat ground into a makeshift fighting pit, and two groups of hybrid battle furiously to amuse the crowd. For 50 obsidian we could wage on the battle. Winners get a full cut. No battling. No, ignore the fighting pit. It's not why we're here. Oh, we're tired. Gonna move here. I'm still gonna camp here. 15% stamina is not much. We've got 4 food though. Upgrade. Okay, let's upgrade the mages. Deviate Fish gets upgrade. Double strike is instead of 2 melee and then another 2 melee, it's 3. Click on the item to the left. Upgrade. Ah, okay, and then I confirm with resting. I see. Okay. Freshly into battle. As you approach the ruin described in Naya's writings, you spot an immense shape flittering above the broken buildings. Given its height advantage and the sparse terrain around, there's no way of approaching without being noticed. Sure enough, even though Quotrix tries to approach with stealth, good approach, the Devil Moth suddenly pauses in mid-air and then darts quickly in the party's direction. Fight! So, the only downside I can find for this game is it takes a long time for what it is. It's a card-based RPG party-style tactics game with world exploration that is delivered via a book and a very cool presentation altogether. Some players might consider this taking too long for what it offers, but I think if you are, looking for a game that is slow-paced but at the same time intense or atmospheric, that you can go AFK from whenever you want, but it can keep you interested for hours, this is it. Bosses are among the toughest. No, they have 2 additional advantages. No. They receive bonus willpower, depending on the difficulty you chose. I chose easy, I think. All powers active on a boss will start with extra resilience, meaning the boss can take more damage before they are discarded. Yeah, so if I have a power like Cantrip, I need to take more than 8 damage. For it to be discarded. So Cantrip will stay with me for a long time. If you have a power with only 3 resilience, it's gonna go away real quick. The glass cannon. Nice. Let's see. At the start of turn, create a free fly card in your hand. Okay, it's very mobile. The boss has extra willpower. Ooh. So, an improvised attack would be range damage for 3 plus 2. This should be a hit for 5 damage. Oh. Your first attack on a single target deals plus 2 damage. How much armor did it have? 4, eh? I don't think that the lethal ability is triggering at all. Because this time it was the hunter doing the first thing. Anyway. Let's see. Force missile. Power. Unstable blast is for far away. Wild swing is gonna cost a lot. Strike through. And move that up.
Welcome aboard.
That as well. Les Shark, welcome. Thank you for the raid. Welcome aboard. Happy Saturday. We're doing a marathon thing again. Discovery Marathon. Today it's early access games. This is Trials of Fire, and I think its time is nearly up, but that does not matter at all because it has been awesome. Right, on Saturdays I do Discovery Marathons. Usually it's one Saturday per month, but the community has been very, very awesome. For each sub, the counter goes up. Every time the sub counter reaches 25, I do an extra Discovery Marathon. Today is a community sponsored one. So thanks to the awesome explorers here on the channel, you can see this extra marathon now. There you go. Thanks for the shout out. Guys, anyone who's not yet following LeShark, I do raid host when I can. Go and give him a follow and check out his streams. Lovely streamer. I watch him very much whenever I can find the time. So welcome everybody. What have you been up to? Assassin's Creed. Oh, are you doing the river raids now that they are repeatable? You talked about that last time I watched you stream Assassin's Creed. So you know, it's Trials of Fire currently over here, and it's a mix of choose your own adventure. For those of you who know the books from back then, where you would turn a page and there was a bit of a story, and then it would say, do you want to go into the jungle, turn to page 25, or do you want to fight the ogre, turn to page 56, and then you would go through the book and have your adventure. This is similar to this, but instead of going to the next page and battling the ogre with dice, you have the 3 characters in your party, and each character has a deck of cards which they use to play abilities and move around on this tactical map we have here. And currently we're fighting a devil moth, which has 1 armor point left and 36 health. It's a cheating boss enemy. That's it. Hey Andy, welcome. Hey, he is a lovely person, awesome streamer. Burn the book. So I've got 2 characters that can now move 2 spaces. I'm gonna move the mage forward and the hunter downward. So Deviate Fish, our warrior, could now also move closer to the boss, but I think we'll stay together and hope that the boss will not go for the mage. And gonna end the turn. I don't think I'll lose that willpower. All willpower and recycled cards will be lost. Oh no! Okay, let's move up here then. Make sure that the boss goes for the duo. So it's a turn-based tactics game with the storytelling. Oh crap! It can fly. Oh, it's a double attack! No! I shouldn't have moved toward it. That was punishing. Oh god. Smart enemies are nasty. 2 minutes left. No. Quick. Force missile. Attack a target within 3 spaces. I can play that for free. No. I can move 2 and play it from here. Bam. Eat magic. Okay, now the hunter needs line of sight, which would be here. And then combo strikes. Is a good power. And a ranged attack for 5. Bam! Okay, now we need to move in our warrior and, you know, save the day. Move up. And then we can activate our special power. After an attack, we get extra defense. And now I think I'll recycle this to get extra willpower, which I then spend for the double strike. That's 6 damage altogether. 2 defense, and then again 2 defense. That should be good. Since this is a flying bastard though, it will probably move back here and try to kill the wizard. I'll change games after this fight. I want to see the end of this. Let's go for the hunter. Yeah, I lost our stock ability now already. Push and inflict shield on everybody. No! Summoning skill cards allow you to add an extra creature. Yeah, our hunter has a pet. It's a glass lizard. So that needs to get out. We need 3 willpower for that. We are chilled though. -1 movement and all damage. No. I hate death moths. Devil moths. Right, I could move up to the enemy, like so. Inflict burn. Sounds good. A free melee attack for 1 damage is something we can sacrifice. Let's see. Now, burn. I know we could summon the lizard already, so this would burn the moth. There you go. Now it's on fire. It suffers 2 status damage at the end of my turn, or whenever I suffer magic damage, which is a good combo. Now, we need to get the glass lizard in, but I would like to move before that. Right. Because it needs to go all the way around, and that's a long way around. Let's do a ranged attack 4. Bam. And sacrifice these to get the pet. Oh, you see, I've got range on that. Now we've got an extra player in the arena. Awesome. All attacks deal 1 extra damage. Ooh. It couldn't push us away. That was good. I accidentally saved us from being pushed away. You bugger. It took 2 damage. Nice. Okay, so our glass lizard can now attack. Oh, it can move or attack. Boo. Boring. Move 1, draw a card. Bam. Magic damage. Okay. Move up. Move up as well. Swipe for a combo strike. Bam! Got him surrounded. And I could move the wizard away, hoping to save our hides. And could do another combo strike, I think. Yes. Good. So you try to surround the enemy does the same, and then you have all these special abilities which are influenced by the character's equipment. That's pretty cool, if you ask me. Did Badger mention that he didn't like the game? The look of it or the whole game? I mean, card games are not your thing, I know that, but... Okay, I survived that. We need to get it killed. Power shot. Bam! And now a wizard with a force missile. Take that, devil moth. I took a lot of hits. So, and now the story continues. We get some resources, money, cash, crafting material, a wooden club, and a legendary item. I can choose, okay. A sacred sword, a robe of Omari, a Savik's war bow, or a soul gem. The wizard gets something. Here. A cool robe for our wizard. And we can level up. Deviate fish. And now this is your character's starting deck, basically. You could either upgrade one of the cards you have, or you could replace one of them with one of these 4. Hamstring sounds good. Move to target. Move 2 to target. That sounds odd. Melee attack 3, inflict immobilize. That's good. It does cost 2. It needs to be considered. An upgraded version would inflict 5 damage. Okay, cool. So that's expensive. And level up our mage. Let's see the force missile. If I upgrade that, it does 3 damage. But that's it. Cantrip costs 1 less. Perfect. I'll upgrade Cantrip. We have a bit of a quicker deck. And now we can upgrade one of the heroes again. Our warrior. Yes. The adrenaline upgrade is good. So you get more willpower, which makes the deck quicker. Now, after the battle, you read the outcome of the story. And then you continue taking all the loot stuffs. And you go back to the map, which I wanted to show real quick to those who came with the raid. So this is where you move your party around. Right? At some point you need to rest because they get tired. There's a day and night cycle. And this is the character's inventory with equipment, stats of the deck. Here are the cards. This is still an early access game like every game I'm going to stream today. It's called Trials of Fire. And I think it's pretty awesome. It's also it's a quite unique style of game, and it takes a bit of time to play this. It's not a short session card game like most other card games. And if you want more information, if my browser wants me to chat or not, there you go. You can click on that link, and then you will get transported magically to a Google document, and there you find more information about the game. And a good deal to buy it, if you want. So, that was a bit of overtime for Trials of Fire.